Hey, welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. My name's Sean. A lot to unpack here today. Let's see what we got. So, this is like one of my absolute favorite weekends of the year. We've got the NFL draft, huge NFL draft junkie, big Dolphin fan. Our church does a yearly barbecue that same weekend, so I'm usually running the third shift pits. So sound a little bit hoarse tonight, but it's, a little smoke inhalation there, but all for a great cause. So if you guys happen to be in the area, Phoenix City, Columbus, Georgia area, head on over to First Baptist Church, 11 to 3, but that's Eastern Standard Time. Even though we're in Alabama, we go on Eastern Time in Phoenix City. Craft show, tons of barbecue. We put 1,700 pounds of butts on last night. We're going to do another probably 500 pounds of butts, a couple hundred slabs of ribs, and some briskets. Also did some turkeys. Turned out fantastic. But I think the turkeys were more for the pit crew than for general sale. But all that being said, we're keeping it local. Went to ASW last weekend. Phenomenal time with a couple of my buddies up there. When we were there, a gentleman by the name of Paul, who, I can bounce some great things off of him. He's helped me with some bottles in the past. He says, look for this when you're there. He was looking for the Amburana Patient Zero. They didn't have any of the Patient Zero. But when I was in their tasting room, I tried this and absolutely fell in love with it. So we got local barbecue, NFL draft, my Dolphins, hoping they're going to do something today. I know we lost our first round pick due to our owner trying to do the Patriot thing. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to get Brady and trying to get Sean Payton and all that. But we got second, third round pick today, hoping for a nice tight end, maybe a DB. Hell, love a speedy receiver, even though we got speed to burn, or a nice running back. But let's get into this Amburana. This right here is basically 4-year MGP juice that they bring in, and then they recask this into an Amburana cask for a couple of months, which gives off some amazing flavors on this. And I'll get more to it as we get into the tasting of it. But it was something that for the first time I truly tasted this. When someone mentioned, hey, I've tasted this before, I'm like, no, I've never tasted that, taste that. I tasted it this time, and it's like, wow, it's neat when you finally taste something that someone's mentioned for the first time, and you're like, okay, I got you on this. But let's go ahead and give it a nose, see what we got. And the first thing you get front and center on this is cinnamon. Um, I love cinnamon. I pull a lot of cinnamon out of things, but I get a lot of sweet cinnamon. I get sugar. I get cinnamon on this right off the bat. Get a little bit of bread in this, and this is a wheater. It's 51% corn. I think it's 40 or 45% wheat on this. So getting a little bit of the grain on this. Getting some oak in here, but you've got to forgive me. I'm going to be smelling like oak for the next couple of days anyways. It's coming out of my pores. So I'm probably going to smell a lot of oak in everything right now, even if it's not coming out of my glass. Man, this just smells like holidays. I mean, it absolutely smells like a holiday. Get a lot of spice, getting a lot of breads in there, fresh pastries in there. Let's give it a sip. It's coming in at a 110.2 proof. Got a nice mouthfeel to it. But the taste I was talking about earlier that I get right off the bat is you get cinnamon up front. You get cinnamon in the rear. When someone talks about a cinnamon toast crunch, that's exactly what I get. It reminds me of a kid, getting the cinnamon and sugar, mixing it up, putting it on your toast, with some butter and some bread. It reminds me of that. It reminds me of Saturday morning making some cinnamon toast and watching some cartoons or something. Yeah, I am definitely a fan of this. You get a little more fruit. on the middle palate on this. Getting some of the wheat in there, getting some of the bread in there. But the star of the show on this is definitely cinnamon. From the nose to the tip of your palate all the way back through the finish, which you're getting about a medium to long finish on this. Cinnamon, cinnamon, and cinnamon. If you like cinnamon, cinnamon toast crunch, if you like pastry with cinnamon in it, if you would absolutely love this bottle right here. Like I said, I picked this up at the distillery. You may be able to find it online in places. I know they do sell online, but this one I did pick up while I was at the distillery. Picked up a couple other bottles there, which was in last week's video on last Sunday when I got back and kind of showed what we picked up at ASW. But I fell in love with this bottle right away, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get more than 2 bottles right now, because I can see this bottle going really, really quick, and I'd like to share, because I can see a lot of this being shared out too, which could be a problem, because then I'm gonna have to find a way to get back up to ASW, which isn't too bad. It's an hour and a half down the road and go for the trip on that. So definitely love this bottle right here. It's an $80 bottle. For me, it's definitely worth the pour. If you're a cinnamon person, you're absolutely going to love this bottle. I would definitely see if you can find a place where you can get a taste of this, or when you're at ASW, they have a great tasting room there. Get a taste there and get your thoughts on it. But for me, this is a grand slam. It's phenomenal. It's a first round pick. NFL themed draft first round pick. Go for this bottle. Enjoy it. Like I said, it's like drinking holidays. I mean, it reminds you of a kid when, everyone's baking stuff for Thanksgiving or Christmas time. Saturday morning cartoons, eating your cinnamon sugar toast. It's everything in this bottle right here. Please let me know if you've had some of this, what your thoughts are on it. I mean, everyone's palate's a little bit different. I know I've got a friend, Jeremy, he's not a big cinnamon fan, but I'm curious what he would think of this, because, I mean, it is heavy cinnamon. He may think this is the most disgusting thing in the world, but for me, right on track. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Friday's here. I'm going to be at the pits again tonight, so I'll probably be looking dog tired and ugly again tomorrow, because I definitely got a face for radio. But we're going to have a good time on the pits again tonight. We're going to sell a lot of barbecue tomorrow. If you have the opportunity, please come out and be a part of that. I mean, it's a great exercise for our church. It's a great thing for the community. They'll have 29 or 30 craft vendors out there too. So, like I said, this is my favorite weekend of the year. Got NFL draft. Get to talk a little bit about my Dolphins. Get to talk about some bourbon. Get to talk about some barbecue. It doesn't get any better than that. Almost to 500 subscribers. Get to that 500 subscribers. We have another giveaway. Looking forward to that. You guys have been awesome. I read through every one of the comments, and I believe I try to reply to every one of the comments too, because I appreciate it. It's a learning opportunity for me. This is new for me. I just started this year, and I appreciate your feedback. I don't mind critical feedback, because it helps me learn. Maybe somebody else is seeing something different that I'm not doing. Appreciate the positive feedback, and absolutely love the people who I've had an opportunity to talk with and make friends with. You guys are absolutely the best. Thank you. Happy Friday. Looking forward to seeing some of the comments. I hope you have a great pour. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Man, that's good. Something about 4 o'clock in the morning, running a bunch of pits. Just makes it a beautiful day out here today. Let's see what we got in here. Nope, let's go. We got the turkey going too. All right, if you make it out for the barbecue on the 29th from 11 to 3, I also got a craft fair out here from 10 to 3.